What is going on, guys? It's Creed, and we are going to be going through 3/4 different interactions with sharks that you guys need to know if you're going to play the deck. This is like one of the main kind of combo board breakers that we play, and you can actually end on different boards at the end of your turn. So we're going to go into the first one right now. This is going to be the basic one that all of them are going to utilize Kragan, and it's one of the best cards in your deck. So of course we're going to go into our Kragan now. Pop a card, and here is when you do not pop the Bahamut Shark. You're not going to win on this turn, obviously, so you're trying to break the board and gain advantage at the same time. So you're actually just going to pop one of their monsters, and you're just going to crash in the Bahamut Shark. Because if you guys know, Kragan has the ability to float into 2 Kragan spawns, and you can actually do one of the smart things here. You see that I put the Kragan, the number 4 Stealth Kragan, under the spawn. This plays around things like DD Crow, Called by the Grave, that they can activate during the battle phase and actually stop you from floating again, because it actually does do that. I've seen it happen before. It's the best way to play around it. And then when you crash again, which you're going to do here, you're actually going to put the spawn under as well. So this will actually also play around Called by or DD Crow, and because once you go to your main phase 2, if they have Called by the Grave, they can actually stop your spawn from resolving. So this is definitely one of those tech things that you guys should know, just to stop and play around stuff that you really should not lose to. Then you're going to go main 2, and you're going to pop the Kragan. So you play through an interruption and you destroy 3 cards on their field. This is usually how you would end on your turn. You have 2 pops, one with the Kragan and one with the spawn because of the Kragan. So let's get into the next one. This one's going to be a little bit spicier, but you also should know this one too. Alright, for this next one, instead of ending on your Kragan and your spawn, you're actually going to end on an entirely different board depending on what you need. So this one's going to be like a board wiping board, just in case you need to get rid of the whole field if they have something else besides what field that we're showing now. So it's going to still include Kragan spawn. So this time our opponent's going to play a little bit smarter and wait for us to summon something and activate the effect. It's going to get Imperm, which is entirely okay. I love eating an interruption here because it really does not matter for us. Like, this is the whole point of summoning Kragan, because it's able to eat interruptions, float, and then still have like massive advantage on the board. So you're gonna eat that Imperm, go to battle, you're gonna crash into the Bahamut Shark here. So here we're gonna go and do it a little bit differently. You don't have to add the materials here. You can if you want to, depending on what you think your opponent might have, if they try and stop you from doing what we're about to do. But it's entirely up to you. So you can just eat the field. Kind of don't have to do it here, but instead we're going to go into our Utopic Future. So usually for shark players, we're able to make this using both of the Bahamut Sharks. But here, especially going second, it's really cool that you can do this. You can float into your Kragan spawns, and you can make Utopic Future using both of your spawns, because it has the same materials, just 2 XYZ monsters that are not numbers with the same level or the same rank. Really cool. And then you can go into your Utopic Future Draco. You can't be destroyed battle card effects, and it can get a monster effect and steal a monster. Broken card. So this is another thing that you end onto. This is one of our end boards usually, when like with the old way when we played sharks, we ended on Utopic Future Draco. Now you can go into it on your second turn, or you're going second. But you can also, if you need to break or wipe the entire field, you can go into a 4 material Zeus. And that's really, really cool that you get to do this. You can also do this when you have the Kragan play. You can end on, instead of a spawn and a Kragan, you can end on Kragan and a Zeus with just 1 material, just in case you want to get a pop and just wipe the field. That way, if they have one thing like a Kaiju or something, it doesn't just wipe off your entire Zeus. So it also depends on what you want, but a lot of the times having a 4 material Zeus is really, really good to do. And you just wipe their whole field, they can't do nothing, and you still have 1 for your next turn. So it's really, really cool being able to go into a Zeus. It's always fun. But let's get into the last one. It's real spicy. Alright, this is the last interaction that you guys need to know now post Age of Overlord, because we did get some new support. So this is what you can do going second, and also break the board and end on an interruption for your opponent's turn. So we're going to do the same thing. Our opponent's not going to negate this with their Imperm. They're going to wait till we go to the Kragan and Imperm it, which is the smart thing to do, but it's fine, because you guys already know what we're going to do. We're going to crash. One of the best aspects of Kragan here. So here, this is what's really cool. So when you summon your spawns, you do not have to add any materials to them. You can choose to add materials. So we're just going to add the one material, which is the Kragan, under the spawn. Again, it plays under Called by the Graves, plays around Needy Crow, stuff that can get it from the graveyard to stop you from being able to float. So we're going to crash again. And since it's during the damage step, their opponent can't activate anything except stuff that negates activation. So that's real specific. So we're gonna summon back the Kragan, then we're gonna eat the field. So instead of going into like a Zeus or making like you having your 2 Kragans or whatever, we're gonna eat this Bahamut Shark. And then one thing we can do now is go into our Xyz Armor Fortress, which is really cool. Since it only has the one material, it's able to get rid of the material and search the trap card, so now it does not have any material. So that's why you do not put a material under the spawn when you revive it. So actually it's a real cool interaction that you can do now going second, and this stops you from getting hit with an imperm. So if they imperm your Stealth Kragan, that also turns off your spawn, so you can't use your spawn or your Kragan if they draw into an imperm, which really sucks. And they can just combo off, then you don't have anything unless they just misplay and pop the Kragan first and then get the spawn how you usually do. So now you can end on a pop and you can end on a steal that you can activate anytime during your opponent's turn. So it's actually really strong, and something that's really new post Age of Overlord that you can do now. So it's really strong as you can do. I love that you're able to do this. A non-target monster steal is so freaking broken. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This is a new interaction that you can do with sharks going second. Even like usually you would have this a part of your going first board, but you can also do it going second now and interrupt your opponent a lot better than we used to be able to. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys want to see more interactions like this, deck profiles, stuff like that, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Creed. I'm out.